So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay-Z at his house. I've seen T. Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all.
Not Jason Lee, who is accused of embezzling money from the decent residents of Stockton City to support his extravagant lifestyle. And here's the thing, after being arrested and probed for stealing all that money, this man allegedly accused Jay-Z and Beyonce of conspiring to set him up online. You cannot make this up, baby. To begin with, who in hell decided that Jason Lee, of all people, should be appointed vice mayor of Stockton? Nobody's bingo card had Jason Lee as a politician on it, yet here we are. They have just themselves to blame for this whole disaster, which makes Stockton appear like a joke. The city's finances are currently losing millions of taxpayer dollars. In fact, the mayor of Stockton, California, Christina Fugazi, elected Jason as the city's vice mayor back in November of last year. After taking office in January of this year, he apparently immediately got to work on dodgy projects, since by May of the same year, he was already being investigated for allegedly embezzling $50,000 from the city. He did not waste any time, you know. In May, Stockton held a live performance of the well-known television program Wild 'N Out Live at Adventist Health Arena, but the ticket sales were dismal, so the city decided to use $50,000 from its risk mitigation fund to help support the event so it wouldn't be canceled. Things start to go insane at this point. Steve Colangelo, the city's former interim manager, claims that Jason reportedly misused that $50,000 without proper city approval. Steve went as far as calling for an internal investigation to be launched into Jason because he believes that these $50,000 was just a portion of millions of dollars that Jason had allegedly taken out of the city's account under the guise of supporting events just like this. Additionally, he accused Jason of pocketing a portion of the $50,000 by abusing his personal connection to Wild 'N Out's event promoters. Jason refuted the accusations and even threatened to sue, as was to be anticipated. He said that the director of economic development approved the $50,000 and that he had nothing to do with it. He posted something on Instagram with the description, "A few weeks ago, I got tipped off that there was a conspiracy brewing, claiming that I brought Wild 'N Out to Stockton and influenced decisions so Nick Cannon, my friends, and I could profit." Let's be clear, Nick and the Wild 'N Out team came to Stockton as a favor to me to turn the city up and prove that we deserve world-class partnerships like Nick, Rip Michaels, and 5120 Entertainment. The attacks on our hard-working city staff for simply doing their jobs, beyond disappointing. Today, we agendized it in the audit committee, and it was crickets. Instead, management praised Wild 'N Out for their professionalism, and our community loved every moment. Clips are coming soon, but let me say this to my haters: if you can't outwork me in policy, opportunity, or inspiration, work harder, because making up lies to do reputational harm won't work when I've got the heart of the people. Jason also said he believes that these allegations against him are part of a retaliatory campaign against him because he raised questions about the city finances and his role as chair of the audit committee. Baby Jason Lee is out here using everything he can to get off this mess. He also demanded a public apology and a $25,000 lawsuit for damages for defamation, emotional distress, harm to reputation if they don't retract the allegations. Since Jason Lee has been exposing Beyonce and Jay-Z ever since this mess with Diddy began, some people were side-eyeing the whole thing while it was all happening, accusing them of setting them up. And you know what? Jason appeared to affirm that Jay and Bey were indeed responsible. As you can see, Jason has been pursuing Beyonce and Jay-Z for quite some time. When Beyonce refused to invite him to the premiere of her Renaissance film, he threatened to reveal evidence that implicated her, which was the first time he came for them.
I'm gonna tell them while Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now. Ooh, and that's where I go back to, like, we're friends in the game. We support each other. We help each other out. Can you imagine had I put that on Hollywood Law? Oh, there's one more thing. Beat this, Johnny. So that in itself, I think Beyonce could have gave me a, you know what I mean? Like there should be a little love there. Now,
maybe she doesn't know.
Beyonce doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Beyonce. And they're not going to share that with her.
Yvette knows. I got the receipts. I still have the receipts. Yvette know I got the receipts. I got them. Now if I get that message to Beyonce,
yes,
I can get it to I'm connected. I could get the message to Beyonce.
She needs to know.
And I think people like her publicist, who I love, and I'm just being critical. That's just what I do. You know that, Yvette. We're trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's going to be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told y'all about, then I'll put those out.
The fires that will come of that.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing this industry.
Many others were not present for Jason's brief tirade at the time. He came out as really entitled. And to be honest, it sounded like he was only criticizing Beyonce because she had not invited him. Upon learning about the purported connections between Beyonce and Jay, however, everyone thought, hold on, perhaps he was right all along. After revealing the list of individuals he personally witnessed at Diddy's parties on Instagram Live, Jason Lee returned with additional accusations against Beyonce and Jay, Jordan Woods, Travis Scott, Usher, DaBaby, Justin Bieber, Tyrese, Amber Rose, Mary J. Blige, Tiana Taylor, and of course, Beyonce and Jay-Z were among the people he named.
You know, a lot of these celebrities, every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house, which means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I can read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me. It's been business for me. I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay-Z at his house. I've seen Jake's at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen DaBaby there. I've seen Justin Bieber there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party. I've seen Lindsay Lohan, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Tyrese, Amber Rose. I've seen them all up in there. Mary J. Blige. I've seen them all.
He returned a few days after posting this, accusing Jay and Beyonce of sending their thugs after him after they heard his remarks about them. He claimed that Jay and Beyonce had been threatening to fire him, asking him to clarify his remarks about them, and even to speak for them, but he refused. Additionally, he stated that he prevented a significant negative report about them from ever being published, but they continued to act as like he did not exist.
Why would I, Jason Lee, I'm getting calls, and I haven't even said anything. They ain't called me to go to the Rock Nation brunch. They haven't called me to go to the Gold Party.
To accept being honored.
They haven't called me when we offered to honor Jay-Z at the award show. They didn't call me to go to the press conference about striking the deal with the NFL while we were kneeling for Kaepernick. They didn't call me to ask me what I thought about her hair care product. They didn't call me to offer a free bottle of her perfume. I didn't get to go backstage on her tour for the Renaissance. In fact, when the video circulated making it look like I've been chasing her around like a super fan, which I am a super fan, but I chase nobody. Nobody's called me to clear that up. I haven't gotten a delivery of white flowers with a little card from Beyonce. Why is everybody calling me now?
Oh, and you also stopped.
We not going to even go there. I stopped a major thing for Beyonce. Didn't even get a thank you.
But now everybody's
why is everybody calling me now? Because I'm a firefighter. Because I run towards fires and I put them out or I fan the flames. But why is everybody calling me now? And that's the problem that I have with this whole situation. But I am going to save this conversation for Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you're watching. I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You know, you got people calling me. Call me yourself, because this right here is going to go viral. The way my job works on the internet, everybody's going to be clipping, sharing on TikTok. Watch this. Do your thing, TikTok. Jay-Z and Beyonce is going to see this. I am exhausted with people calling me about Jay-Z and Beyonce. You've never called for anything else, and I haven't even said anything about you yet. And yet I'm getting all these calls. I've gotten more calls over the weekend about Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know, I think this is an opportunity to have a bridge and have a conversation about how this thing works, because I'm not a publicist. I am not I'm just Jason, okay? And I have opinions about unlocking Hollywood. Remember I said at the top of this show, or somewhere in the show, that I was in love with the entertainment industry until I found out it was Jeffrey Dahmer. This is part of the gnawing at the wrist that the industry does. You know, black excellence, we don't show up for each other like we should. And then when the shit's about to hit the fan or some shit, you think I'm gonna go fan some shit. Now you're showing up. You know, again, I'm not angry. I'm a little disappointed, because as much as I've loved this woman for years, I told you I don't like her as much as I used to. I still love her, but I'm not as super fan like I used to be. You know how much I was this woman, this is everything. And this together is everything. But is it? I think this is an opportunity to have a conversation, because I believe that we as a culture should be very supportive of each other before this stuff happens, so that way our proximity to it can help us tell the real story. That's why we got to be working together to tell our stories. But I will tell you, to the audience, if I do come up missing, all the calls I've been getting have been about him. And listen, I haven't had any threatening calls. Nobody has said that they're going to hurt me, so I want to go on record for that.
Jason has been revealing a lot of information about them that they do not want others to know, and now they're attempting to quiet him, despite the fact that it is obvious that the true reason he is on their neck is because they do not value him as much as he would like them to. In fact, he appeared to corroborate that Bey and Jay were the cause of his present issues when he posted this post after people began bringing them up. Not liking someone is perfectly okay, but making up lies to destroy their character is not okay. People had their own opinions as usual, such as this one who stated, "Jason Lee being a mayor lets me know all I need to know about the city." Another person said, "I thought Beyonce running away was the most hilarious thing surrounding Jason Lee. Him being mayor takes the cake. We are truly living in strange times. Now though, I would want to hear your opinions. How do you feel about Jason Lee reportedly embezzling the city's funds? And you guys think Jay-Z and Beyonce are involved in this? Please share your opinions in the space provided for comments below.